Welcome to the first episode of the Registration Management Series. Just like we did in the voter registration episodes, we're going to use each episode of this series to dissect a different situation in which voter registration changes could occur, as well as look at some of the more common storylines associated with each. In this episode, we'll be addressing voter registration cancellations, and specifically what happens in the case of an inactive voter. But what is an inactive voter? Well, quite simply, a voter for whom election mail has been returned as undeliverable will be flagged as an inactive voter. While being an inactive voter in itself is not a reason for being removed from the voter roll, it does initiate a timeline by which your registration could be canceled. If a voter marked as inactive fails to vote in an election for a period of 4 years, meaning 2 federal election cycles, their registration will be canceled. If, however, the voter updates their registration details during that time by providing a new address, for example, they will be removed from inactive status. Monitoring returned election mail in this way ensures that when a person moves out of a particular jurisdiction, their name does not stay unnecessarily on the voter registration list. For this reason, if you ever receive election mail at your address for someone that no longer lives there, please let your election official know so they can update the information appropriately. While all states handle list management differently, under the National Voter Registration Act, or NVRA, states must use some process of review that is both uniform and non-discriminatory, and must complete that process no less than 90 days prior to a federal election. In the event that a voter's registration is canceled, all they need to do to regain eligibility is file a new voter registration form, either online or using the paper form, just like we discussed in the previous series. So if you're unsure when you last voted, or if you would like to ensure that you are still a registered voter while helping to improve election administration, contact your county commissioner of registration or visit vote.nj.gov to review your voter information. Once you're able to confirm your voter information is up to date and you're an eligible active voter, the next best thing to do is to actively participate in your local voting process. Being an active voter helps to ensure that we can keep the voter roll well managed. Remember, your vote and your voice matters in every election, not just the big ones. Now, if you're not registered, you'll want to jump back to our previous series, Voter Registration, for instructions on how to complete that important step. Outside of inactivity, what other reasons can you think of that would possibly cause a concern with a voter's registration status? Well, follow me to the next episode as we take a deeper dive into an unfortunate but very real registration management challenge, making sure that deceased voters are respectfully removed from the voter rolls. See you there.